accepted. And I really, really wanted to become a physician assistant. So 3 years earlier, I had prayed a prayer. I said, God, I really want to be a physician assistant if it's in your will for my life. If not, would you please close the door? And if you're going to close it, I need you to slam it. Because I knew it was something I wanted so badly that I would stop at nothing to get it. So I had heard his reply, I believe. The reply was, if you don't get in after 3 tries, it just isn't meant to be. So I knew this was it. I knew that this was the last time I would interview because it was my 3rd attempt. And in my mind, I was sort of preparing to go to nursing school. I thought I can work part-time while going to nursing school. It's not as expensive as going to PA school, which cost $60,000 at the time. And so I had applied for a couple of scholarships, not easy scholarships to get. One of them, there were only 50 awarded in the whole United States, and it was a healthcare professions scholarship. And so I applied just thinking and believing that if it was meant to be, God would work out the details. So I went to my interview, and by this time, the 3rd year, I had let go of everything I was holding on to initially. I had let go of trying to manipulate my way in by answering the questions in a way that I felt the interview panel wanted me to answer. When I did that, when I just let go and said, God, this is up to you. And I answered the questions honestly, and I let go of my insecurities. I mean, I had dropped out of high school, and the people that I was sitting next to at the interview, they were highly qualified. But you know what? So was I. I had shadowed PAs. I had done the coursework. I had a good GPA. I had letters of recommendation, and I had attended a conference helping to shape me as a good applicant. So I was just as prepared as the next guy, and probably even more so because I had already gone through this interview process twice. But you know, there was still that little shadow of doubt. And while I was preparing myself mentally and emotionally for going to nursing school, that wasn't my heart's desire. So I went all in, and I went to the interview. And when I let go, God stepped in. He provided exceedingly abundantly, far beyond anything I could ask or imagine for myself. I was accepted to PA school that 3rd year. And beyond that, I was awarded the 2 full ride scholarships, and I had my choice. You can't obviously take both. They both offered the same thing. However, they paid completely for the program, for all associated books, equipment, and even more, they gave you a monthly stipend, and that monthly stipend was pretty much equal to what I was making as a paramedic. So what is my message here? My message is that if you are walking in God's will for your life, He will meet the needs. He will provide, again, exceedingly, abundantly, far beyond all that you could ask or imagine. And what more could you ask for? If you're feeling like you're less than, like you're not deserving. And you know what? For all intents and purposes, I really wasn't deserving. I mean, I put in the work, but I had dropped out of school, and I was a hellion when I was a young person. And so this is just part of my story. There's so much more, and it's not about me. It's about what God has done in my life, how He has redeemed me. It's in my book, and my book is called God Had a Hand on Me, a memoir about pain, healing, and victory. And you can get it on Amazon or you can get it directly from the publisher at Redemption Press. If you haven't read it yet, I hope you will, and I hope you will be encouraged by it. There's a testimony there, and it spans the years of my life. I mean, he's still working it out, but I'd love to share it with you. So I hope this touches your heart.